Hello YouTube, welcome back to, I guess, more of a reptile room than the fish room, as there's only a couple totes with fish in them here. But what I'm going to do today is just kind of a day in the life in the fish room type video. And I've got some super sunrise, high yellow, orange, sunset, banana variatus platies in here that I've been breeding. And Corey from Aquarium Co-op wants some, and he has some fish that I want. So I'm gonna catch these out. We're gonna go over to his house. We're gonna swap fish, come back, and see how it goes. There's lots of new fish in the fish room, so there's lots of stuff to see. So let's get right to it. So as you can see, we have a ton of fry down there. There's a big fat female holding some more. And of course, these are live bears if you're unsure. And we're gonna just scoop out some fry, hopefully nice and easy. Some shrimp too. That's a really good looking shrimp. I don't wanna give him away. Now we got a ton of this plant in here, which is gonna make it kind of hard. How many did I get? Just 3. And as you can see, I'm reusing my organic animal crackers here. Container, makes a good fish moving house. All right, so I scooped out 8 fry. They're really, really small. There's one good size one, but it's starting to get a little too murky, so I'm gonna let it settle down. Go deliver these 8 fish and go see what's going on at the Co-op's fish room. All right, also, I'm at the Co-op compound, and here's the fish I'm picking up right here. These stir-by corridoras. And luckily it's in the middle of a water change, so the water level's even low, which is gonna help out. But then I also see these fish down here. Come on down here. I've been after some male trout goodeids for a while, and I think he's got a lot of extra here, so I might have to steal a couple of these. The fancy Co-op nets. Gonna tag team this. He's gonna lose some cherry shrimp in this process because I'm not picking them out. Now, the nice thing about these Co-op nets is that the holes are a little bit bigger, if you see here. And so you really don't have an issue with the corridors getting stuck in them. They still will. It's just not nearly as bad as your average net. All right, well, we're gonna cut for now and come back in probably 3 hours by the time I get them all. All right, so I did steal some trout goodeids, and by some, I mean all of them. And I got about 2 dozen stir-bys. And the reason I want the stir-bys is because I've had a small group for about 6 years, and they're all female. So, you know, I'm wondering why I'm not getting any eggs from them, or any spawns, any good eggs. Well, that's why. So I can already see multiple males in there. Very easy to sex these guys. A couple females in there, but it does appear to be male heavy, which is perfect for me. And then we're gonna throw these guys, our banana hyphen variatus sunset apple sunrise super duper orange yellow variatus platies in this tank here. And I've been slowly acclimating him, although we have the same water, it doesn't really matter. And these are gonna get more and more yellow as they get older. One really small one in there, but that's all right. And what will happen is, as they get older, kind of around the head will stay orange and everything else will start to turn yellow. As you can see, it's starting to get lighter on that guy. And yeah, just a really pretty variatus platy. And you know, doing a little fish swapping. It's good to have friends with fish benefits. All right, that's it. It's getting light. We're about to probably, as you can see, the lights have auto turned off here. These are probably gonna get shut off pretty soon, so we finished just in time. Now, back to my fish room. I'm gonna do one of these stupid transitions. All right, so here's my breeding tank of stir-bys that has all females, so it has not worked. So we're just gonna drop these in. Not concerned about water. We have the same water parameters. And there's just a ton of them in there. And I will be putting safe in here as well because we're increasing the bio load a ton. It doesn't do much good to do a water change now, but after tonight we will do a water change tomorrow. I should have plenty to start breeding these now. Over here are my Brocus splendens breeding group, and over here in this dark tanned tank are my Aspidoras breeding group, which they just community spawn in here now. I don't even pull them out anymore. I got so many of them. But it's late at night. I'm gonna call it quits. Come back tomorrow. Hello everyone, so we are back in the fish room. It's the next day. Trying some new mics out, so let me know if the first part of this video sounded better or this part. But anyways, we've gotten so many new fish since the last fish room update that I actually had to make a list. Not even lying, look, I made a big old list of fish here. And Chelsea's got new fish, I got new fish. So we're going to let Chelsea tell you about her new fish, and then I'll show you mine. This would be a big update. There's probably like 24 new species of fish.
Okay, so here are Nanostomus equus, and these are my favorite pencil fish. I have been looking for these guys for a long time. So a lot of people call them like the dip tail pencil fish or the hockey stick pencil fish. I like them not only because they're super cool and swim at that like 45-degree angle, but their faces. I just think they have some of the cutest little faces I've ever seen in my life. They have giant eyes, and I think anything with giant eyes is cute. So these guys are awesome. They're starting to color up really nicely, and they're eating already. I couldn't be happier. Very excited to get them growing out because they definitely need to put on a little bit of weight, but I am stoked about these guys. Yeah. These I am very excited about. These are the Criminotilapia gumtheri, and there are 4 in there. I believe what I'm hoping is that there are 3 females and 1 male. They've been a little shy, which is kind of funny because they're tank raised, but I'm super stoked on these guys. These are West African mouth brooders, and they only get about 4 inches. They are kind of similar to like Pelvicochromis or Wellichiachromis, and I am also very excited to see these guys grow out. Oh, there's a female. Right there. The females are really pretty. They have like a lot of iridescence on them. The males not as pretty, but still just really cool fish to watch.
And then also, I've got some new fish in here. I got some ditherfish to try to make them come out. These are orange hatchet fish, although they're Danios, kind of, not really hatchets, so I'm not really sure why they're called hatchet fish, but there you go, the orange hatchet fish. And they have started to come out more. We put some more Corridoras in here, too. And they're starting to get a little more comfy. See the nice blue fin there? That's beautiful.
All right, so here we have the peas. Pea puffers. I think we have 20 in here, and I don't think there's many cuter sights in life than a lot of pea puffers. And this just goes to show you, so they're in a 20 long, and look, like 20 pea puffers in a 20 long looks like nothing. You think that'd be a lot, but you could probably double that number and still be just fine. They have, their attitude, but they've just been bopping around, being super cute, trying to attack snails 3 times their size. So, typical pea puffers. Always cool.
Alright, so next up we have Pseudomygale signifer, which are these guys right here. And this is a first time for me. I've never kept them before. They're in here with dwarf Corridoras. And also some bumblebee gobies, which if you see their stomachs, they're kind of red. And if you couldn't guess why, it's because they're eating all these shrimp. So, perfect tank for them. But super stoked to try these rainbow fish. Like I said, I've never had them before, so it should be a lot of fun. And then also in this 20 long down here are some neon red rasboras that I've also never kept. So I've kept the neon green, the neon blue, but this is a first for the neon red, and they're in here again with some Epistos and Corridoras and the coolest loaches ever. The Zodiac Loach. Love these guys. So next up we have the Signatus, which is all you.
So yes, this is Wellichiachromis signatus. And these guys are really, really cool. So I think you guys know we have the Wellichiachromis rubrilabiatus, which have been very aggressive and not the most easy to deal with. These guys are the exact opposite. They were paired up from the get-go. That's actually why I picked these guys out, is they had already been spawning in a tank of like probably 30 other fish, and they had them all pushed to one side. They were doing their thing, so I snagged them, and they actually spawned already, but the eggs were no good. So hoping that these guys are in there spawning right now, and that's why they don't want to come out, and that we'll have some fry in the near future. Yeah, they're really cool. Very similar to Pelvicochromis. West African fish, easy parameters, easy fish to spawn, so it seems very exciting.
Alright, now we'll get a quick breeding update since we're over here. There's 1 tank of black Schwarzschild growouts. There's another tank down here of a little bit larger growouts. And then over here, I did pick up some Pseudomygale luminatus, which these are kind of a reddish, purplish Pseudomygale once they start to color up. They're all kind of hiding in the back. I don't see any males here. There's also a few orange laser and Venezuelan corridors fry in here somewhere. And then right next door, everything in here is new. What do we got? We got strawberry rasboras, we've got Norman's lamp-eye killifish, Pseudomagil gertrude, rocket killifish, or the clown killifish, and somewhere is about 20 Rudolph shrimp. There's one way back here. It's not going to pick it up. They're like ghost shrimp. They're translucent, so the camera doesn't like to focus on them. And then more new fish over here. This is the orange Von Rio tetra, which not too orange. Not very happy about the quality of fish here, but you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And then also the Apistogramma veheti, or something like that. 3 males. I ordered 4. I got 3 males and 1 female. But boy, did they come in just huge. Absolutely huge. This guy is probably pushing 3 inches. And he's got hopefully a lady friend under the rock with him. That would be nice. So yep, more pistos. And speaking of more pistos, and actually these corridors should be new to the channel as well. These actually came from Mitchell Broom, and then here is the surprise of all the new fish, the Apistogramma hognii, which is a very beautiful apisto. And yeah, for some reason I've been fighting an algae bloom in this tank for months, and it just won't go away. But hopefully he will make his way forward, because he's just absolutely stunning. There's a female in the back as well. Come on forward, buddy. You can start to see the blue. Just gonna be quiet, let him come up here. Here he comes. Nope. But you kind of got a glimpse of the orange tail there as well. And yeah, just a really beautiful fish. I'll have to get some more footage of him later. Not a new fish, but she's out here showing off, so why not? Corridors, well, Corridors napuensis, Corridors weissmanni, but Apistogramma nieseni, there are a couple females. I think that's it over here. Spinning around, you remember the Corridors cervi that I got. And look at this. We've got eggs on the front glass here. But if you look at this mop of algae and plants, there are eggs everywhere in there. All over the place. It took a day for them to spawn. So super excited about that. Like I said, I've had these cervi for like 5 years and never got eggs because they were all females. So once you know it, throw some males in there, and hopefully they are fertile, and I'll have some fries soon. Up here we have a Laticara that I'll let Chelsea tell you about.
So these are the Laticara bucklecough, and they're really cool. Just another little smiling cichlid out of South America. They get about 3 inches, and these are one of the species where the females are actually prettier than the males. So the one you're looking at right now is the female, or what I'm hoping, well, that's the female. I'm hoping the other one is a male. It's kind of hard when they're as small as they are. I was sure about her, but the male's kind of like hiding back there in the plants right now, the hopeful male. But once these guys get a little bit older, they get some really, really nice color. A lot of red and kind of like turquoise, just super pretty. A lot of color for such a small cichlid. And like I said, they only get like 3 inches. So they're really good for smaller tanks. And they're just typical cichlid in a very small package.
I've really become a huge fan of Laticara. I think we're up to 3 species now.
Yep, they are very cool.
Pretty rad. We're turning into a dwarf cichlid / West African fish room here.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I do want to point out, I've been testing out this super duper airlifter, and I have it on the lowest possible setting. And if you're not familiar, this is from a co-op, their new airlift turbocharger. I don't even know what they call it, but the lowest possible setting and still getting that many bubbles and a decent amount of current. So there's a couple of these scattered throughout the fish room. I got them on different levels just to try them out. That's also why the sponge filter is up front. But this is a game changer. This is basically an air-driven power head. If this was on full blast, it would be spurting water like a hose right out of the tank. So pretty awesome. Super excited to have those. Next up, let's go up top and see if we can find... Oh, here they are.
Yep. There's the Pelvicachromis and Drachenfelsi. And these guys are really cool. They actually used to be Ataeniatus. but now they have been officially categorized as the Draconfelsi, and they're just really, really pretty Chroma species. You can see that female, the amount of color that she has just existing is ridiculous. It's not even just when she's, you know, spawning or getting excited. She just looks like that all the time. Really, really pretty. I think that her and this male are in the process of getting ready to spawn. They've been digging pits everywhere, so it's looking very hopeful.
Yeah, there is a coconut hide right here, and they've dug out all the sand from in it and around it. So it's all piled up right here. So hopefully we'll get a spawn pretty soon. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, they're very cool, though. I'm really happy with them so far.
And why don't we just go hunt over to your favorite fish?
Oh my goodness, yeah, these guys. I can't tell you how many times I just stand here and stare at these fish. This is the Crenocycla nodothalmus. This is one of the dwarf species of pikes. And I've mentioned before, they're referred to as like the gentle pike or the peaceful pike because they are just so chill. I mean, they have a little attitude and they'll flare a little bit, but that's the extent of any aggression I've ever seen from these guys. And they only get about 4.5, 5 inches, both the males and the females. And they're super easy to sex. Females have eye spots on their dorsals and males do not. And males are also a little more slender. So we were very fortunate, and the lovely folks over at the Wet Spot sent us 3 males and 3 females. So I'm really hoping out of that group we get some pairing and spawning because these guys are just not around enough. They're so easy to keep in community settings. They're wonderful fish, and they're really hard to find. They're not even expensive. They're just hard to find. So keep your eye out. They're wonderful, wonderful fish.
All right, and I think the last new fish that I'm aware of, or that I can remember right now, is going to be just some Beckford's red pencilfish. And I say just, but they're awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
There's no just about these.
These guys look really good. You're kind of hard pressed anymore to come across bad looking Beckfords because they've kind of been nailed down in the commercial breeding circuit. You can get a lot of really nice strains, and you do still get some wild caught strains, but for the most part, what you'll see is just difference in coloration depending on when you get them or where you get them from. These guys have a lot of gold on them, which they are referred to a lot of the time as the golden pencilfish. So these ones in particular do have a lot of gold on the body. I've had others that were more of like kind of a gray and more intense red. It really, like I said, just depends where you get them, but they're great fish. They're a staple, I think, for any fish room. If you have room for them, have them. They're really happy fish. I say that because I love fish that look happy, and I think you'd be, it's rare to find a Beckford pencil that doesn't look like they're happy. Great alternatives to tetras.
I just want to show these off just because they're out.
I would.
This is another pencilfish, the Marginatus.
They look great.
Really cool. I mean, this is a $5 fish, folks. How cool is this? Highly recommend them. So what do we got? 3 species of pencils now?
Yeah, we have the Beckfords, the Equus, and the Marginatus.
Getting up there. Only about 10 more to go, I think.
We'll get there. They're the best. Who doesn't love pencils?
All right, so that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this quick update. I don't know what's going on over here, but I'm just going to move past it. So some updates, some news for you. The crew at Aquarium Coop is going to be coming over for a fish room tour, so be sure to go over there and subscribe to them if you want to see everything that's in here, because there's literally hundreds of fish, different species, lots of cool stuff. Are you okay?
Great.
All right. Must be farting over there. I don't know. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps us out.
Go buy fish, people.
And go buy fish.